Hello there. Welcome to Metrosix. It's the capital of Delaire. But more importantly for our story, it's a dangerous place. Each of the king's successors in the last 14 years have died trying to sit on that blasted adamantine throne. It's not just dangerous for the high lords and ladies, though. Without a strong leader, the presence of the city's watch is barely felt and rarely respected. A few areas have found some semblance of stability under a powerful high lord or lady. But there's nothing like that for the Styx. Metrosix 6th District.
Welcome back to Toss the Dice. When we left off, it was... actually, no. When we left off, you were about to get shot, Aaron. So let's resolve that.
All right, let's resolve that.
Okay, that is going to be a 19, so I'm assuming that hits.
Yeah.
And that is going to be a total of 14 damage.
Oof. I'm out. I'm laid out.
Oh no.
Whoa, what?
Yeah, so this red gear, he's down on the ground, he's bleeding, he's not looking good. But he does that thing your little brother always did, and he's like, with my last breath. And he takes a shot.
Your little brother, meaning like the hypothetical your?
Yes, the hypothetical.
The royal.
Correct.
The royal your.
Yeah, there's always a little bit of life left in them when you're playing any kind of gun game, you know, and just enough to take you out, just enough for the backstab.
Yeah. Well, I'm laid out.
Okay. Then actually up next would be Haven, right?
Yep, that'd be me. Do I see? So I see this all go down, right?
That is no, actually. You're one alleyway over. No, wait.
Okay.
Actually, I take that back yet again. I should have probably refreshed the last episode before starting tonight, but you, I believe, actually followed Elektra into the building. So you are 30 feet up and just on the other side of the window where this the red gear is, the spring that took the shot.
Okay.
Make this take forever. I thought we had both walked out of the building. Like I thought we had just walked downstairs. No. Oh wait, no. I remember what it is. I hopped out the window back to the ground. Haven had not yet followed, so Haven is still in the building. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
All right. Well, with that then, how far is this spring away from me?
He's about 30 feet away, assuming
Okay.
you hop out the window. If you don't hop out the window, then you have to go downstairs and then out. And so you kind of have to backtrack a little bit.
Okay, but I could see him within 30 feet. Is that correct?
Oh, yeah, you can look out the window down at him.
Perfect. I'm going to look out the window, and as I see all of this go down, I immediately, with my hammer as my spell casting focus, I just like cast Ray of Frost and try to nail the guy.
All right, make your attack roll.
Okay. Sweet. 14 to hit.
Sorry,
Don't
guys.
die, honey,
I forgot how to
jeez.
breathe. So that is
You do that sometimes.
that is a hit.
Money.
Nice.
Okay.
No
No,
whammies.
he's
No
a guy.
whammies. Roll your hits.
Okay. Okay, 4 damage.
4 damage. Okay. That
He's
is
slowed, so.
how much hit points he had. So
Oh, cool.
you
Very cool.
you slap him with a laser and he freezes in place. Instant rigor mortis. And
Womp
ooh, I guess would you like to do anything with your bonus action? Or shall we roll on?
I'm gonna, yeah, I guess I'll just use my movement to just travel down over to where Aurelius is as fast as I can so that I could stabilize him.
Okay. Are taking the stairs or jumping out the window? Jumping out the window, you're gonna take some damage, but it'll get you there quicker.
Yeah, I'll jump out the window.
Okay, that'll be 1d6 damage. Let's oh, just 1 damage. You're good. And that means that it's Elektra's turn.
Hey, okay. So Haven has just topped out behind me. He just blasted the dude that shot Aurelius. He's dead, right? And okay. I'm not particularly good at it, but I'm gonna run over there and see if I can do something to stabilize Aurelius. That would be my whole action, right?
That would actually. I did forget though. Go ahead and make your first death save, Aaron, because wait, your first and second? Wow. Actually, it's been so long since I've had anyone make some proper death saves. Do death saves come when you go down and at the beginning of your turn, or is it just at the beginning of your turn?
And
That's a
also, how
really
do I
good
do
question.
those? Do
You
I
just
just
roll a straight
It's
d20.
yeah, it's just a straight
it's the
d20,
flat
no
number.
modifiers.
all right?
Okay, yeah, so it's when you start your turn. So you just make the 1 death save. You're good.
Okay.
And what'd you get?
I actually got a natty 20.
Oh, then you get right back up with 1 hit point. And actually
Alright.
that means as well that we technically skipped your turn, so it's your turn.
Nice. Welcome back to the land of the living, man.
Thank you, thank you. He he notices Elektra and Haven running towards him. He gets up and starts shambling towards them while keeping pressure on the wound as best he can.
All right. So actually that'll be interesting. Something we haven't talked about. Probably should have brought this up in session 0. But how do you feel about playing with the variant rule of injuries found in the Dungeon Master's Guide? So,
is this just directed at Aaron, or is it directed at the party?
at the party, basically, anytime you go down, even if you get like healed or whatever, get back up, succeed on your death saves, whatever the reason, when you hit 0 HP, you take an injury, and whenever a crit lands, you take an injury.
I'm
And those
personally
injuries,
in for it.
okay, because the injuries aren't just like heal and a long rest. It's you need actually time and sometimes even medical attention. So if you guys are in, we'll run that. And so if that's the case, okay, then
Let's do
go
it.
ahead and roll a d20 for your injury, what it'll be. And while you do that, I'll go ahead and pull up the injury table in the Dungeon Master's Guide.
I got a 2.
Okay.
DM,
I
question about
think two is
injuries.
worse.
Yes.
So, does that same rule apply to enemies as well? So if we were able to crit them, would that mean they also get an injury?
Yes. But but when it comes to hitting 0 HP, they don't typically get saving throws. So in that regard, it wouldn't
Okay.
affect enemies, but for crits, it totally would.
Okay, perfect.
Combat options, injuries. Here we go. 2. 2. Ooh. Ooh. So I'm not sure how this works here. Technically, rolling a 2 means that you lose your hand, and it has to be fixed with a regeneration spell if you're going to get it back. So basically, like, you lose your hand. I'm not sure how that works with a bullet, though, because you can't get your hand chopped off with a bullet. Maybe it, like, shattered the bones in your hand?
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm just saying it did say I lost my hand, so I'm saying we just go with what it says, man. I don't know.
Dang,
Got
dude.
a Luke Skywalker Anakin
Yeah,
moment.
no, yeah,
Oof.
don't say I don't play hardball.
All
Man.
right. Well, we're starting this session
Whoa.
out strong with you losing a hand. At
Holy
least
cow,
losing
man.
the use of your left hand. So you are now, luckily, you can wield at least one pistol in your right hand. Wow. Ooh, that's rough. Okay. So next, or actually, it is your turn though, and you shamble forward. You're holding your injury, which is clutching your hand to yourself. And I'll say that you can hear a loud rattling coming from down the street. And with that, it'll be remind me, I know we went out of order here because I totally forgot to have Aaron make his death save. He got a crit, got back up. Elektra, did she take her turn?
I did not.
Okay. Then it is your turn. And as I said, you can hear the same rattling coming up the street. It sounds kind of
Okay.
far away, but whatever it is, it's pretty loud.
Okay. All right. Okay. So just to remind me, we're in an alley that's right off of that kind of square open area right in front of the tavern, right?
You're in a street that it tees with the street that the tavern is on. And
Gotcha. Okay.
and Aaron's character Aurelius is in the alleyway.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Here's what I'm thinking. She's gonna look at Haven and say, investigate whatever that is. And let me know. I gotta get him out of here. And she is going to Princess Carrie Aurelius and start running back towards the tavern with him.
Is Aurelius a willing participant in this, Princess Carrie?
I will say he is not.
Then go ahead and make a
Would
grapple
you feel
check
better
for
about
me.
it if it's wait, would you feel better about it if it's a fireman, Carrie?
Yes,
Okay, fine. Would you go
but
willingly?
here's my reasoning. He like
Okay.
as you begin to princess left, he's like, no, I need to be able to cover your back. So
Fine.
Nah, he's about that
All right.
potato sack carry.
Yeah, go for the potato sack, Carrie.
there you go.
All
He's
right.
right on your back.
Drag me by my hair. Yeah. Back to
Yeah.
the
She's scooping him up then, and she's going to use the dash action to get as far back towards the tavern as she can with him.
Okay. Sounds good.
And I count as a size bigger than I am when I'm carrying something, correct?
Correct.
Or is that okay? Cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, no problem there. All right, yeah. Then I'm heading back towards the tavern. How close can I get back towards the tavern by the end of my turn?
You can get, well, you had to run to him to pick him up. You can get most of the way there. You're about 10 feet away from the tavern.
Okay, cool, dope.
At this
Yeah, that's it.
At this point, people have started to file out of the tavern. They're coming outside. There seems a mixture of people who are determined and people who seem pretty freaked out. Maybe some of the people who came to this thing were hoping that it would all be hunky-dory. They'd come and they'd drink and then it would be, this big statement. But hearing the gunshots and realizing the actual danger, it seems like some people are ready to change their mind about their brave protesting. Well, like I said, others still seem to come out and stand and are ready to basically fight for what they believe in.
Would I be able to say a quick something before I officially end my turn then?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, as I'm approaching these people, I yell, or I call to them, everybody, there's no need to panic. We have things under control. We have multiple operatives here in the streets to protect the tavern. But we do need everyone to file back inside, even if you do have reasonable intentions. We cannot guarantee your safety if you're not inside the tavern.
Aurelius, lifting up off of her back, just turns to everyone and gives them a thumbs up with the with a good pen and smiles like everything is totally okay.
That's actually hilarious
this.
because you kind of have to like look up past, so you're like your butt
Their
out
booty.
towards them. Yeah, so everyone's looking at your butt and you just like sit up and give them the thumbs up. Okay. Then next up is going to be let's see, Elektra. Actually, next up is the red gears. Now, Piper, you can see from your vantage point up above on the building that there is, coming up the street, a vehicle. Now, I will say that with your guys' help, it looks like the heavy brass have started to win. Right? You can see a bit more from up there. There's a lot of fighting that you can't see. You can hear it. But it sounds like there were red gears on the other side of the tavern. The alleyways were barricaded, and so they had to find another route. They had to get funneled a little bit. The reinforcements from Kimon, and so it was looking good for the heavy brass, but it seems that the red gears have some reinforcements on the way. And you can see as this vehicle is coming up the street, there are two men who are pedaling on these bicycles, and it seems like it's not actually a mechanical machine. It seems like whatever they're using as a power source for this, they're having two people on these like treadmill bikes that are charging the batteries for this vehicle.
That
And
sounds like the dorkiest thing imaginable.
it is because just the two of them are side by side, and the person who's steering is on a chair that is placed just about their shoulder level, and he's got the reins to the vehicle. There's another attachment up front that it hinges on, and it's that's where the vehicle is motivated from. So it almost looks like he's got the reins in place to whip the two people pedaling if he needs to, as he steers.
Mush.
But that's not the part that catches your attention, though, because sitting behind the driver, there is a contraption. It looks like a gun with several barrels on it and a
Oh.
crank on the side.
Does this look familiar to Piper? Like, does she recognize what all of these are?
You have seen a vehicle before. I don't know if you've ever seen the gun that sits on the back of it. And with that, it'll actually be your turn.
Okay. How far down the street is it from the tavern?
It'll definitely be their next turn. It's moving quite fast. So it's a ways away now. It's like it's probably 90 feet out still. But with how fast it's moving, it could probably pass you on its turn.
Uh, so quick question. With minor illusion, it's something that's still, right? It can't be like a moving image, right?
That is correct.
Butthole. Mm-hmm. Well, in that case, I am going to get off of the roof. I don't want to be an isolated target on top of a roof of a building they're heading directly towards. So I'm gonna scamper off and make myself scarce, at least from the eye line of the gun. And I'm going to get off the building, and I'm going to use Can I do a dash?
You can dash as a bonus action. And if you didn't use your action, you can actually dash as an action. I've never
Then
seen it
dash.
anywhere in the rules that says you can't double dash like that, so.
Alright, I'm going to double dash down the building. And I'm going to throw up my hood again. And I'm going to back to wall flush against the building wall. If it's coming down the alleyways, there's the two buildings with their front facing the tavern. I'm gonna back to wall on one of those buildings. Probably tuck myself in a doorway if I can. And wait for this thing to come and try and get up behind it.
Okay. Then
Also, quick question: was there anyone or anything behind the machine as it was coming down the alleyway?
no, it's coming up. It's coming up the street, actually, the main street, alone.
Okay, sounds good.
It's big enough that it probably wouldn't fit through any of the alleyways, or if it did, it might be rubbing its wheels on either side.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay. So in that case, that means that it's the heavy brass's turn, and they press forward. The gunman is down, and a couple of them charge upstairs, and they throw the red gear out of the window. The guy who was in the building below where Piper was, and and actually, L leans out over the building at you, Aurelius, and says, "Hey, we've got trouble coming."
I'll be right there.
And with that, it's your turn. From your vantage point, the vantage point of a sack of potatoes, you can see as this vehicle is charging up the street directly at you. What do you do?
Oof. This is a hard decision. I'm going to attempt. That's what I'm gonna do. There's a okay. This is the thing with the two people propelling it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And neither of those guys are dead, right?
Correct. And you are about You're about 120 feet away from where you're at.
Okay. What I'm going to attempt to do is I'm going to attempt to shoot the driver in the arm, causing him to yank the steering wheel.
Okay.
So, oh man, hopefully this works. Okay. And here we go. I'm assuming a 9 doesn't hit.
A 9 does not hit, no.
Okay.
All right. You don't have any tricks up your sleeve? That's your turn?
Hold on. Do I have... I'm wondering if I have any trick shots left.
I will allow you this moment to search.
Okay, I do. I have one more.
Okay.
Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to do a dead-eye shot.
Okay, that allows you to re-roll the attack then?
Yep.
Okay.
Here we go. Oh my gosh. That's a 9 again. So this was meant to be.
All right, so you take your shot and it goes wide. You maybe grazed the vehicle, but it's still charging forward. Haven, you are actually in the alleyway, but you can very clearly hear the vehicle coming.
All right. So is it so it's heading towards the tavern, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah, it's heading right down the street directly towards the tavern.
Okay, cool. So I should be able to see it in sight once I kind of peep around the corner, right?
Yep, that is correct.
So the structure is it's 2 bikes which act as horses, 1 cart guy, and then like a Gatling gun, pretty much.
Basically, yeah.
Does it
Okay.
look like a wagon, like a carriage setup, or does it look more like a tank setup, but being motorized by 2 magic bikes?
More like a wagon motorized by 2 magic bikes.
Okay. All right. Tell you what. So can I use my adamantine magic to somehow yank a bike towards me, meaning that it would like kind of like it would pretty much unhinge it, yeah. Like kind of teeter it off balance or like
Or
kind of
disconnect it from the system?
mhm.
Potentially. Do you have an ability that allows you to...
Yeah, so the load bearing items rule.
That is... Oh. You're talking about, You're talking about absorbing the metal into a shard. I do
Pretty much.
believe you have to be touching it for that, and it is currently 90 feet away.
Okay, got you. All right.
Is there anything you can do that's 90 feet away? Like, is there anything that even has that kind of
Yeah,
range?
touch. So
Okay, so it is touch. All right. I just wanted to make sure that if I could, then I would. Let's see. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna use my bonus action to absorb the 2 shards that I currently have and convert them into meta magic.
okay.
And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use one of my spell slots to cast grease a little bit ahead of it, just so that it can slip. And yeah, I'll do that really quick. Use that.
Drift.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Dang, that's a good move. Okay. I might have to think on my feet here and scrap what I have planned. All right, we'll have to see how bad it is. Oh, sorry, audience. Just tagged my mic. That's gonna be loud on the recording.
Good thinking, dude. That was smart.
Yeah, I just punched it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So right. Then it is a saving throw for Greece, right? Or how does Greece work?
Yeah, so it's going to have to make a dexterity saving throw. I guess the cart as a whole will have to.
Yeah.
Otherwise, otherwise it will be knocked prone. So I'm guessing in this case, the people that are riding the bikes will fall prone. So they'll slip.
Yeah, actually, in this case, the vehicle would be the only one making the saving throw, and it can't be knocked prone. But I definitely would say a vehicle like that would spin out. It just makes sense to me.
And it's going fast.
Yeah, so it will cross the grease on its turn. Let's go ahead and see what Elektra does.
First question: did the people do anything to go back inside? Like, did any of them go back inside after I told them to last turn?
That's an excellent question. They haven't yet, but they are listening to you.
You're gonna get run over by a spinning out carriage. They're gonna get smacked.
Okay. We have an out of control carriage, and I have an injured Aurelius over my shoulder. Oh, you really shook up what I was gonna do. I was actually probably gonna cause the same thing by I was gonna go pull out and punch one of the drivers or one of the people pedaling, but
it's like 120 feet away from you, so that wasn't going to be an option.
Well, you know what? I can dream. Anyway, she's going to turn to the people standing there and more authoritatively say, I'm struggling. Wow. Listen, everybody. If you're not going to go back inside, then you need to start booking it right now. I am going to get this situation back under control, but like I said, I cannot guarantee your safety. If you're going to be standing right in the path of a careening vehicle, please either get back inside or start running right now. And she is going to ask Aurelius very quickly. I know I only have 6 seconds, basically, but say, listen, should I dump you or do you want me to keep holding you?
Dump me.
Work. Dump him. Okay. She dumps him.
And the bystanders go, "Ooh, that's rough."
Wrong dumping.
Dumped.
Wrong dumping. She dumps him gently. It's a gentle letdown.
She slumps him on the ground.
Yeah, exactly. And she jeez. Okay, she turns and starts running towards the careening vehicle.
Okay. There are people who are still brawling in the various alleyways. However, the most immediate issue is this vehicle, and as it slides into the grease. Here we go, saving throw.
Fail.
What's your DC?
14.
That's what they got.
That's poo.
Man, this is all going up in flames real fast.
Yeah.
Speaking of which,
up in flames.
Yeah.
Got it all over the tires now. Or wheels.
Yeah, so
a trail of grease.
As it hits the grease, the driver goes, oh, as it begins to get a little squirrely, but he gains control again, and they skid right past the grease, and he starts driving, and the man who is handling the gun on the back goes, yeah, and begins cranking, and he starts lighting up the alleyways where the heavy brass are fighting on the sides. And so the building you're standing in, Elise, is being all shot up on the side. As they're driving by, he's doing a full drive-by with this Gatling gun. Make a dexterity saving throw for me, Elise.
Ah, nice. I'm good at that. For once.
Nice.
My last character was not.
Yeah.
Oh, baby. Oh, yes. That's a 25.
Okay. As the building starts getting shot up, you hit the deck, and there you can see as bullets smash through bits of wood above your head as it carves a path through the side of the building. The cart makes a nice clunk as they run over the red gear that had been thrown out of the building from the second story. And it's barreling towards the inn, or the tavern rather. But it doesn't look like the tavern is its target. It seems like their target is General Mayhem, because at the last second when it hits the street, he turns sharply and skids to the side. And they're going to turn to your right, Aaron. Before that, it is actually going to be the Piper's turn.
How far are they from me?
They are now basically right in front of you. They're 10 feet away.
Okay. I am going to I'm going to produce a minor illusion of is it the heavy brass that they're after?
Yeah, they seem to be targeting specifically heavy brass.
Okay, so since they're facing me, can I produce a minor illusion of a few heavy brass members in the alley to their left?
You can produce one heavy brassman with minor illusion. Yes.
Oh, okay, so can I produce an image and a sound, or can I only pick one?
That's a good question. I think with minor illusion, it's one or the other. I think. I can double check that right now, though. Here we
I
go.
need them to get distracted.
Yeah, I am pretty sure it's just one. Let's see. Yeah, it's a sound or an image. And the image is just in a 5-foot cube, so you would only be able to create one.
Okay.
One person, no sound, or a sound, no person.
Okay. I'll do a crouching. So you said 5 foot. So I'll do a slightly crouching grown man, heavy brass, that he fits inside of the box.
Mm-hmm.
Holding a crossbow aimed at the carriage.
Okay. Okay.
And he's kind of like to like the side of the wall, so it's more believable that he wouldn't just be in the middle of the alleyway standing off to them, you know.
Okay. Then what I'll do is I'll say that there's a 60% chance that they target that person. There's also going to be heavy brass on their other side, and so you've
Well,
positioned.
either way, I just need them to like not be looking straight at me.
Okay, okay. Sounds good. Then, well, that works out well then. Either way, they shouldn't be targeting you. They have some very obvious targets. And
Okay.
you could potentially save a lot of lives if they do end up targeting
The
the
other one.
the illusion.
And then for my bonus action, I want to dash back to the tavern. Are they kind of like, so if the tavern is they have the tavern and they're off, they're in the front of the tavern, right?
Yeah, they're about 10 feet away from the tavern. It's a pretty wide street right there, and so they're they're about 10 feet away from the tavern.
Okay, so are they like right in front of it, or are they kind of like a little off to the side, more towards me? Because my goal is to dash back to the wall of the tavern, um, but not but like the wall that they would be kind of parallel to, but like the side of the building, not the one where Aurelius is.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that'd totally be possible.
So I want to like get to that wall just so I'm closer to them, so I can like take a shot without them seeing me as much. That's my goal. Can I do that?
Yeah, in fact, that only getting to the side of the building around the back side of the carriage would only take about 30 movement speed, so you can actually move over to the side of the building and use your bonus action to take the hide action instead.
Oh, so I can be behind them?
Well, just getting to the side of the building where you were trying to get out of sight, you can just take the hide action and actually be hidden from them.
Oh, like where I am, or at the tavern wall?
Either way, there isn't really much of a difference. Either way, you have cover.
Okay. In that case, I'll just hide.
Okay. Then the bystanders, they begin to rush back into the tavern, spurred on by your words and also by the vehicle shooting up everything in front of them. And so they're piling in. Big Papa Al begins to hurry people back in. He grabs the kid, the paper boy, and shoves him inside. And the heavy brass on the other side of the carriage, they're coming in with reinforcements, and when they see the vehicle, they hit the deck. One of them, Kimon, actually pulls out a bottle, lights it, and smashes a Molotov cocktail on the vehicle if he can
Boy?
hit it.
Oh.
And he can't. He rolled a 7.
This
So
is why he's a disappointment.
Oh.
and dexterity is not his strong suit, so that's an 8 total. It's pretty bad.
Ooh.
It slipped. It was all wet on the sides, and he. All right.
Is the street now burning from the Molotov cocktail, or did
Oh,
it just
yeah.
kind of impotently?
Okay. Then we are back to the top of the round with Aurelius.
Okay, so I've got a few questions here, DM. So if I shoot one of the people who is like motorizing this thing, would it stop it in theory?
In theory, yeah.
Okay.
Don't hit the driver.
No, it's fine. 1 second. So I'm going to take a shot, okay?
Okay.
But I'm going to take a shot at the Gatling gun man.
Yeah, because if you don't shoot him, he'll get
Yeah.
you immediately.
Okay.
Okay.
That is a 27 to hit.
Ooh,
Nice.
hit.
Nice.
And it is 11 points of damage.
Let's go.
All
So
right.
the way that I'm seeing this is in the doorway, using the doorway to prop himself up. He he leans, and he's obviously very woozy from the blood that he's losing, but he can make out the shot, and he takes it.
Okay.
Nice.
The bullet goes through and through, and the way he coughs up a little blood, you think you may have messed up one of his lungs, but he is still up. Very bloodied, but still up. Well, I guess, yeah. We'll go to Haven. We'll worry about his response after, when it's his turn.
Cool. So it's my turn.
That is correct.
Okay, after converting the shards into like just little balls of magic, I use it, and I use the meta magic twin spell to cast magic missile at first level at the carriage rider and the Gatling gun person. So
Actually, let's see, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so it has to be a single target spell, so you can't actually twin a spell that has an attack roll.
Oh really? Because it just says if it hits the creature of your choice, but then you can use meta magic to target another creature.
Correct, yeah, so you can use twin spell to target a second creature in range with the same spell.
Oh, okay.
I don't think it, because you fire a bunch of beams. I don't think that's how specifically magic missile works.
Okay. Can I use quicken spell to basically do the same effect? So I cast magic missile twice.
So not quite. With quicken spell, you can't cast a spell with your action and bonus action. You could do a cantrip and your bonus action, or you could do cantrip and a spell though.
Okay. All right, let's do that then. So I'll launch another Ray of Frost, and I'll use Magic Missile. So I'll use Magic Missile on the Gatling gun operator, and then I'll use the Ray of Frost on the carriage rider.
Okay. That'll use up less meta magics too. So
Perfect.
okay. So go ahead and roll your damage for the magic missile, and then the attack roll for the Ray of Frost.
Okay, perfect. So it's three missiles, right? Yeah. 3 darts. Yeah. So first one's a 4. The other one's a 4. And the other one's a 2. So that's 8 damage total for the first. And then for the Ray of Frost, that is going to be a 12.
Wait, actually, what are you targeting? I'm sorry, I should have led with that. I was focused on the meta magic. So, the cart moved right past you, and so it's now 30 feet away and behind a building. So you'll have to chase after it to be able to shoot the cart if that's what your target is.
Let's do it. Let's risk it for biscuits.
Then, and then there are 4 targets on the cart, and then there's the cart itself. What are you targeting?
I'm targeting the Gatling gun operator.
Okay.
And then, if I can, the carriage rider.
Okay. Then, let's see, 4 damage. So the first magic missile you shoot that dealt 4 damage actually strikes the operator. So Aaron's bullet goes right through the guy, and his response is to cough up a bit of blood and continue his gargled laugh as he shoots up the building. And as he begins to turn the Gatling gun, that's when call you round the corner as Haven and blast him with your magic missile, and he flies off the side of the vehicle and rolls to a stop.
Nice.
Is he dead?
He's dead, and you have so the next two magic missiles. Do you want them to target the driver, or
We're gonna target the driver.
okay? Then your second roll was 4, and then the last roll was 2.
That is correct.
Okay, so 6 damage on the driver, and then your Ray of Frost. Go for it.
Okay. Sweet. Let's do 20. Yeah, that'll be 22.
22 to hit. That's a hit for sure.
Okay, cool. And then damage 8.
8. Okay. So 6, 8. That's 14 total so far. All right. So you hit the driver, and as your blast strike him in the back, he looks very battered. He begins to bleed out of his head from the force of the strike. And with that, it's actually Elektra's turn. The vehicle is about 10 feet away. There's no rules in D&D that actually account for momentum. Like, this is a moving vehicle, so if you were to shoot it, it wouldn't just, like, stay there.
Mm-hmm.
But there's no rules in D&D that actually work that in. So we might workshop some homebrew rules here. But for the moment, there's a vehicle 10 feet away, and in theory, you can punch it if you want, despite all of its
Okay.
momentum.
What I would like to do is I want to run up to it, get on it, and huck one of the dudes pedaling off.
Okay. Go ahead and make a shove check for me. That's athletics.
You mean, like, athletics. Okay, I figured, but I wanted to make sure.
Yep.
All right,
Contested by their acrobatics.
Ooh, please tell me you did badly.
Does a 10 count as bad?
Yes, I rolled an 11.
Let's go.
Let's go.
All right.
Oh my gosh.
That was too
Oh
close.
man. And that was with a +5. So you only got 6 on the dice.
I got 8 on the die, but he doesn't have an impressive
Athletic skill.
Yeah. So you jump on the vehicle, you grab him by the collar, and you throw him off the vehicle. And the right wheel, it seems like it's beginning to slow because the vehicle kind of swerves a little bit with the loss of power on one side.
Heck yeah.
And the driver goes,
assume-
ho.
I assume I can't get over and push the other one off too in this same turn, can I? Or is that like part of my movement?
No, shove is an action. You can replace one attack with it, but you can't replace multiple attacks with it, and you only have one attack right now anyway. So either way,
Listen,
it doesn't affect you.
Well, I'm going to move over to him anyway, and like grip the back of his chair for stability's sake, but also so he knows. He knows he's next.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead. It's a short fall, but I feel like with the momentum of a vehicle, he would take fall damage falling off of it. So
that's what I was kind of hoping for.
and that's 6.
Nice.
So he is down. The guy you threw off, he's down. He hits his head, he rolls to a stop, stops moving. And that means that it is the Red Gear's turn. So the driver, very bloodied and having lost partial power to his vehicle, he says, well, darling, it looks like you're coming with me then. And he pulls on the reins and steers the vehicle right into the building. Go just to the building to his left. No, actually, it would make more sense if the left wheel is turning, the vehicle would want to turn right. So he's going to turn and try and plow the vehicle right into the tavern.
Oh
No.
no! Is there any way I can react to this to like try and reach up, grab the steering wheel, anything like that?
Mm. No. I was thinking like maybe if you had the sentinel feat, but there's nothing that makes sense that would give you that kind of extra action. So I'm gonna
What
have to
about
go
the
with
fact that
no.
I'm raging?
I'm sorry that that is not going to help you in this scenario. Although the damage you would take would probably be bludgeoning, slashing, or piercing of the mundane variety, which means
I'm not
whatever.
worried about me. I'm worried about the tavern. This is far more
Yeah.
important right now. I can't, one, let the tavern get crushed with the people inside. Two, let Big Daddy Al's tavern get crushed. Both of those things are big no-nos.
I've got
Well.
an idea. Where am I in the rotation?
This is happening currently. It's their turn.
Yeah, you will be. You have 2 turns, 3 turns until it's your turn.
See,
Is my
I'm doubly
turn
not
next?
worried about me because I have advantage on dex
Yeah,
saving throws.
it would be your turn after the red gears, but they get to go before that. So, so what we're gonna do here is I'm gonna be rolling a check to see how his steering is, because he did lose power to one side of his vehicle, and so it will be somewhat difficult to control. And
Tavern, though.
exactly. And so we're gonna see how well he does next time.